Твоє чорне мартіє, моя Одеса, нам з тобою добре так, нам з тобою добре так, This is the second time of my predictions. If you will learn the language fast, or maybe you will spend time, like, yes, of course you will spend time, but I mean spend 5, 10 years on learning the language and still probably will not get fluent in it. Small short disclaimer. I'm making this video for you to make you more motivated. Listen carefully and try to recognize yourself. This is how you know where you have struggles, and this is how you know how to or where can you work on it. Yeah. As always, I will use statistics for it. I will go from the one that makes less impact to the one that it impacts the most. Okay, let's go. And I will also bring some solution for it. Yeah, so listen carefully. The first one, rigid thinking. How it affects learning. Struggles with flexible language structures, for example, idioms or slang. These people find it difficult to adapt to new grammar rules. Solution, play with language. This is where you need your, I don't know, like childhood thing. You need to play with language. You need to like make jokes, try slang and informal speech, and accept that language doesn't always follow logic. The second one, I also have it now less. The more I do things, the less I have it. And this is perfectionism. How it affects learning. You spend too much time on small details and you're afraid to speak until you have like this perfect sentence in your head. You're like, okay, so this is so first this part and then this and the verb goes to the end and you're thinking about it and then you think 5 minutes and then you have this perfect sentence in your head and then the topic has already changed 5 times and you cannot say this sentence anymore. Then you of course get frustrated. And the solution, focus on communication, not perfection. The third one is kind of connected to the second one. It's fear of mistakes. So this is how you avoid speaking or writing due to fear of being wrong. And the fear slows the improvement because of lack of practice. Solution for you. You have to accept that mistakes is a part of progress. Always. You cannot start from scratch and be perfect. Probably you can talk to maybe to native speakers, but only to supportive native speakers, not to this one. Ja, du musst Deutsch lernen. Ja, du musst. Nein, das ist hier kein das, hier ist die. Das ist der richtige Artikel. So not to these people. Yeah. You need to speak to supportive native speakers or to supportive people who listens and doesn't judge. Yeah. The fourth one, the lack of curiosity. So you probably learn the language only if it's required. You don't want to explore deeper. You have less exposure to cultural and contextual learning. Solution, watch the foreign TV shows or read fun content in the target language or read like something that is very interesting for you. I like everything about biology, nature, researchers. When I was getting prepared for my German exam or also Spanish exam, any exam, I listened to a lot of podcasts, for example, like Galileo. You need to find the information in foreign language that you are already interested in. You are interested, for example, in psychology, you have to read about it. Just find a topic of your interest, food, history, sports, but in this language. Number 5, low self-discipline. Inconsistent learning leads to slow improvement. The solution, use language partners, for example, or study groups. This is where language courses and speaking clubs come. The 6th one, avoiding social interaction. It leads to less exposure to real life conversations and you get struggles with speaking confidence. Solution for you. Start with text-based charts before jumping into speaking. Use language exchange application, for example, Tandem or Hello Talk. Tandem and Hello Talk, please write me and I will maybe promote you. I'm already promoting you, but still write me, okay? Number 7, you get easily frustrated. You probably have struggles with mistakes and maybe you also give up very easily when grammar rules, for example, seem to be too complex. The solution, one more time, accept that mistakes are a part of progress. The last one, but actually the first one, is a lack of motivation. Without motivation, consistency suffers. You don't have time, you cannot find the time because you think, okay, I'm not so motivated to do it, it's not so important for me, I will not do it, I don't have time for it, maybe I will go do something else. You don't learn. And of course, you get bored very quickly because, to be honest, the language learning is not that hard, but it's also not the easiest thing. Without motivation, you give up before making the real progress. Solution for you: you need to have personal reason to learn the language. If you don't have this reason, I think it's better not to even start because you will just lose your time, money, you will get a lot of frustration, and maybe it's not your priority right now. Maybe you will come back to this later, but now maybe you should concentrate all of your attention on other things. Or if you have motivation and you know that you need it, that you need to learn the language, in this case, you can set small, fun goals. And remember, these are like all the negative personality traits. There are also a lot of other reasons that could impact your progress, but you also have to remember that only 5 to 10% of all the people who start to learn the language, only these 5 to 10% reach C1 level. 70% all the people, they give up even before getting fluent. It means before B1, B2 level. If you're already in B2 level, you can consider yourself very special because you're very close to get the C1 level, and you are one of 30% who didn't give up. See you guys in the next videos.